Cebu-based fuel retailer TopLine listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange's main board yesterday, Tuesday, raising over 732 million pesos to fund its expansion plans. TopLine ended Tuesday's session at 30 centavos from the offer price of 31 centavos per share. Both PSC President and CEO Ramon Monzon and TopLine's Eric Lim had these to say against the backdrop of the biggest drops in the world's markets.
Less than 60 seconds to go.
Global markets tumbled yesterday as a result of Trump's Liberation Day tariffs, or as some call it, Liquidation Day tariffs. Less than stellar market conditions and every imaginable headwinds are among the realities that publicly listed firms have to contend with. But I believe TopLine can navigate these headwinds in the financial markets. It knows firsthand about seizing opportunities during tough times.
So for us in TopLine, we think it's not really that much in terms of pricing, especially for the fuel products, since at the end of the day, we've been importing ever since. So the Philippines is a net importing country. So yeah, so fundamentals are still there.
Well, with us now for more is Japhet Tantiangco, Research Manager at Philstocks Financial. Good seeing you again, Japhet, and thank you for taking time out of our national holiday.
You're very much welcome, Ma'am Cathy. Good to see you too.
Well, what do you make of TopLine's debut yesterday?
Well, yesterday TopLine's IPO it did decline, but I believe that this is more on because of general market sentiment. Whilst the general market did rebound, we do take into consideration the lingering fears with respect to the global economy, and I believe this has been absorbed by TopLine, but this could be in the short term only. We've looked into the fundamentals of the company, and so far it's good. Valuations wise, I mean, we did relative valuation with Petron and Shell, and we're seeing it good for TopLine. So over the long run, there's still the possibility that the price would appreciate.
All right, looking at the broader market, I see that we're back above 6,000 after 3 straight days of decline. How significant is this ahead of the Bangko Central's decision tomorrow?
Well, yesterday's rise, it's mainly attributed to bargain hunting. We just saw a technical bounce. Yes, the expectations that the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas will ease policy rates tomorrow, some way somehow, it had an effect. It had a positive effect. But moving forward, there's still a lot of uncertainties. Technically speaking, 6,000 is seen as a crucial level. So we'll see what happens next. Tomorrow it's expected that the 6,000 would be tested. If the market is able to sustain ground above 6,000, then this will remain as its support. But if it goes below 6,000, then this will be a resistance, whereas 5.8 will be the next support.
Would 25 bips of a cut alone sustain the rally?
Unfortunately, that's something. Unfortunately for us, no. Given that when we did our outlook for this week, we said that when we did our outlook for this week, we expected investors to weigh 2 things. Number one would be the expected 25 basis points rate cut from the BSP. Number 2 would be the lingering worries over the global economy due to the ongoing U.S. protectionist policies. And as we saw in the first two days of trading, we saw which one took over, which one dominated sentiment, and that was the lingering worries over the global economy. And as we saw, there seems to be a further escalation as U.S. President Donald Trump is threatening more tariffs against China, something which China is seemingly not planning on backing down with. And with the prospects of this trade war further escalating, it might, it might over it you know it might overshadow the BSP's 25 basis
What if
points,
it
the
were a
expected
50
25 basis
basis
points
point
rate
of a
cut
cut?
tomorrow.
Would that sustain
Yep.
the rally? A 50 basis point of a cut?
A 50 basis points possible. If the BSP goes more aggressive, then it could help the local market bounce back. I mean, given all that's happening within the global economy, we'll need to see more power from the domestic side, and I believe a 50 basis point will help in that. Or if not a 50 basis point rate cut, at least if we can see, a more dovish policy outlook from the BSP tomorrow, once they convene, if they provide, a more dovish outlook with respect to their policy direction, then I believe that will also help.
Well, got that. Thank you so much for keeping us up to speed. I'll let you go now to enjoy your national holiday. Japhet Tantiangco, Research Manager at Philstocks Financial.